KCAL 9 News at 9 and streaming on CBSN Los Angeles, I'm Juan Fernandez.
And I'm Sharon Tay. Just 3 months before voters in Iowa cast the first ballots in the Democratic presidential race, a billionaire from New York may upend the whole election season.
Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg took out papers tonight to enter a Super Tuesday primary. Now, the question tonight, will he actually run? KCAL 9 political reporter Randy Page joins us with details. Randy?
I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Michael Bloomberg is saying there's only one guiding principle for Democrats in the 2020 presidential election: choose a candidate who can beat Donald Trump. That's why he's reconsidering a run for the White House. Room for one more? Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg apparently thinks so. Tonight, his advisor, Howard Wolfson, issued a statement which says, in part, Mike believes that Donald Trump represents an unprecedented threat to our nation. If Mike runs, he would offer a new choice to Democrats. Mike would be able to take the fight to Trump and win. Tonight on CNN, the New York Times reporter who broke the story, Alex Burns, says Bloomberg sees an opening in the race that he didn't see when he decided not to run back in March.
This is, I think, much more serious than just a trial balloon. He is making calls to party leaders today. He spoke to Harry Reid, the former Senate Majority Leader from Nevada, on the phone this afternoon. And the way Reid put it when I spoke to him was Bloomberg didn't say he was running, but he wasn't calling just to wish me a good weekend.
Bloomberg's advisors say he hasn't made a final decision, but he intends to file to get on the ballot in Alabama before midnight tomorrow. Alabama's deadline will be the first to expire. Filing deadlines in all of the other states will come later. The 77-year-old former mayor was certainly aware of age as a factor in the race when he decided not to run earlier this year.
At some point, you got to say, look, I would be 79 years old when I took office. People say, well, Ronald Reagan was 80 when he left. Yeah, when he was 80, they carried him out gaga.
But he went on to say this.
To start a 4-year job, maybe an 8-year job at age 79 may not be the smartest thing to do. But I think if I thought I could win, I would have.
So can he win?
He thinks he has an opening. I'm not sure he does. It's a long shot. I like to say he's drawing to an inside straight, but I think he's actually drawing to an inside straight flush.
Veteran LA City and County Democratic leader and current UCLA professor of public affairs Xavier Oslovsky says Michael Bloomberg has a lot of catching up to do.
The Democratic Party primary voter is more of a liberal voter than the general election voter. Michael Bloomberg, very able and very successful mayor of New York, but he's viewed as a centrist. He hasn't been on the campaign trail. He hasn't been part of any of the debates. He's not organized in any of the states where the primaries are taking place. So he's behind the 8 ball in that regard, and there's only so much that money can buy in an election.
How does Donald Trump feel about the idea of running against Michael Bloomberg? CNN's Wolf Blitzer asked him that question when Donald Trump was running for president the last time.
Could you beat him? I beat him, and I would love him to do it, actually. I love the competition. I love the competition. I would love for Michael to do it.
Well, I spoke to a few Democratic strategists tonight who say if Bloomberg runs, he may be helping the more progressive candidates like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders by splitting up the votes of the moderates in the middle.